Hi, I'm Rev Myron. I'm a minister through Pathways of Light, and I've been a Course in Miracles student for 44 years. I'm going through the lessons again this year, asking Jesus to clarify for me, and then I write from that clarity, and that's what I'm sharing with you today. Before we get started, I'll mention my background because it's so beautiful. It's a picture I took when I was in Portland, Oregon at the Zen Garden. Very beautiful. Okay, so we're looking at lesson 93. Light and joy and peace abide in me. Maybe you can find light, joy, and peace in yourself. I can find the light in me, but maybe, like me, you can also find darkness in the form of hate, fear, guilt. I found the latter has diminished, but has not gone completely. I can still be triggered by a particular belief or a memory that remains unforgiven. I can beware the light or I can deny it and seem to see darkness, but not both at once. I must choose. This is my challenge and one that the strength of God in me will assure my success. Anyway, how could I fail to find what is already there? The only reason this is even a question is the other beliefs that exist uneasily beside the truth. The beliefs in evil, sickness, pain, and death, and all forms of suffering. The belief that I am evil, that I have sinned, and so I am guilty. Those beliefs cannot be true no matter the proof I have that they're real. In the world, I have done many things I regret, but the belief I am in the world is itself an illusion. In paragraph 3, Jesus gives us definitive proof that they are not real. He says, today we question this, not from the point of view of what you think, but from a very different reference point from which such idle thoughts are meaningless. These thoughts are not according to God's will. These weird beliefs he does not share with you. This is enough to prove that they are wrong, but you do not perceive that this is so. Our sinlessness is guaranteed by God, and yet we often argue for the sinful self we made. This is such a strange decision that it's hard to fathom. Jesus tells us this: the self you made is not the Son of God. Therefore, this self does not exist at all. And anything it seems to do and think means nothing. It is neither good nor bad. It is unreal and nothing more than that. We pass through these lives in fear and dread that we will be judged for what is done here, but clearly this is not the case. We can relax. If you were taking a math class and failed to get a right answer, would you be afraid and believe you must be evil to have done such a poor job with that problem? Of course not. This life is like that math problem. You want to do the best you can with whatever problems come your way because this is why you came. But you're not always going to remain sinless and exactly as, but you are always going to remain sinless and exactly as God created you. If you say the wrong thing, have an abortion that you regret, get divorced, abandon your children, murder your spouse, or do anything else you can imagine, you will suffer the consequences according to your beliefs about these actions. But you're still sinless because we cannot actually oppose the will of God. We can only believe we have. None of this makes the actions loving or helpful in the dream, but it does mean they have not changed what we are in truth. Light, peace, and joy abide in you. This is a fact, and nothing can dim that light or affect that peace and joy. You can fail to accept this as true and suffer those consequences, but you cannot make it not true. It is as if you've received an inheritance that was deposited into an account for you. If you didn't know about it or refused to believe it was yours, then you could not draw on the money, but it would still be there. This is true of the light, peace, and joy that abide in you. It behooves us to remind ourselves of the truth as often as we need to in order to accept it as true. While we believe we are here, we cannot experience this truth unless we're willing to accept it. Accepting the truth will ensure we accept our salvation. And he tells us salvation requires the acceptance of but one thought. You are as God created you, not what you made of yourself. Whatever evil you may think you did, you are as God created you. Whatever mistakes you made, the truth about you is unchanged. Creation is eternal and unalterable. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. You are and will forever be exactly as you were created. Light and joy and peace abide in you because God put them there. It's wonderful, isn't it? Today my practice is to remember that my mission is to transcend the guilt and fear that the world seems to heap onto me. I will remember instead that I am as God created me, and this is unalterable. I like to use very short and to the point reminders so that I can call on them quickly and easily, whatever the situation. Anything will do as long as I understand the meaning. This morning, as I was making my coffee, my mind wandered to a news blurb that caused me consternation, and I caught myself adding judgment and anger to the story. I said firmly and with conviction, not that. Judgment, anger, guilt, and fear were taking form in my mind, and I stopped it in its tracks with those two words. With those two words, I accepted my assignment from God, my part in the salvation of the world. I can do this all day. I can do it standing on my head, and I will reinforce my determination as I frequently remind myself of the truth. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. I hope that you found it helpful. And if you haven't yet, would you please subscribe? And I'll be back soon with another reading. See you then.